Hello everyone, and this is SeReNiiTYzZ here, and Happy New Year 2019. Have a solid gameplay here with, as you can see on your screens, Crackshot entities. Now guys, I really love this skin, and I have to say I was so happy to pick it up during the Christmas period. Obviously he was a Christmas skin from last year, but I love this skin, and as you can see from my YouTube display picture, I expressed that sentiment. But in this gameplay today, I get him his first solo win. It was a fantastic game. I really hope you guys enjoy it. It was my last solo win of 2018. I won it on the 30th of December. But I'm starting off the new year, 1st of January 2019 with a solo gameplay. So the end of 2018 on a high. And still those frozen red nights there, trying to, you know, get a bit of time with Crackshot entities, but but ending strong with 2018 and starting very strong with 2019 with this really solid solo performance here. And Matt once again is going to be proud, where you can see where my marker is, going to Tilted Towers yet again. Definitely developing a bit of a fetish for the place. I suppose the reason being it's the best place for kills at the start, and that's what I'm aiming for every time I try to get a solo video for the channel. I try to make it as exciting as I can, and in this gameplay today I really like how I won this one, because not everything went according to plan, but I managed to ride it out. And as you can see, the lovely Frostwing there, the dragon, carrying Crackshot to victory. But no, it's didn't all sort of go swimmingly or according to plan, so I had to improvise on certain moments of the game. And definitely with the height of the way that I glided into Tilted, I decided to go to the old building that Matt and I used to frequent, and unfortunately get the bog standard loot, and there's no chest in this other section if I remember correctly, so it wasn't ideal. No minis either, which is something that I kind of like to try and have on my first chest, so that was unfortunate. And at this point here, not like writing off this game immediately, because, you know, it's the great Crackshot entity, SeReNiiTYzZ Manjaro with his birdshot companion on his back there. I love the back bling as well. It's just, you can't take your eyes off it. I mean, birdshot, the actual statement for it is flock together, and it certainly it does entice you to flock together with it. But yeah, definitely Crackshot entities has, you know, a chance in everything that he does, and definitely can pull out the win here, even with you know, limited stuff. But just at this point I was trying to sort of get as much as I could from this old building that Matt and I used to frequent, because but as you can see, it's got very bog standard weather, you know, white burst as well to boot, so I'm really being spoiled towards the end of 2018. But yeah, definitely trying to get some better loot at this point in the gameplay, to sort of keep this stream alive and keep this real for the channel. And yeah, definitely a, you know, fantastic game. So at this point here, visiting Harry's old building. Obviously Matt's building is the one I was just in, but it had nothing in there. But it's starting to liven up in Harry's old building. Usually Harry would take this one, and Matt would take the other one above when they used to play, when we used to come in squads or they play duos together. But as you can see, yeah, definitely preferring Harry's build in this game. It's got the purple heavy assault rifle, and at this point here, just looking to make the push and start to hear a couple of guys here with some dynamite. I'm not exactly excited about that prospect, so I just get away from the sound. Now at this point here, I can hear one of the guys on the back stairwell there. Some very nice shots. Unfortunately for me, he runs inside the building very quickly there, and I don't really like entering a, you know, not a player build, but a building on the map, any kind, where a player's already inside, because he can just hear you come in and get ready with a shotty. So at this point here, I decide to weigh it up, because I know he's trying to fight someone else, and I find this guy from the smoke and remnants of that building, the explosive remnants. He runs away, not sure where he's getting shot from, and I finish the kill very nicely there, and get some much needed extra resources that I needed. And at this point here, still not find any minis, but hopefully I can rectify that soon. Very quick transition here, guys, because I have a gingerbread man coming over to me fast in the quad bike. As you can see, the quad bike going over there, and very quickly as I was starting up the next recording, I was like, give me a break, come on. Literally starting up the next recording, I get attacked immediately, so I had to definitely had to sort of be quick there on the buzzer. And yeah, nice play from the gingerbread to try and take out Crackshot entities. I did feel a driblet of sweat go down my face at that point, with very little health remaining, but luckily Crackshot entities clutches up. and is still in the game, folks. But yeah, definitely shortly after finishing the first recording, switching over to the 10-minute wager that I like to do when I feel Royale coming on. This gingerbread just comes out of the woods in his quad bike, and now you see him, mate. You got to return to the lobby. SeReNiiTYzZ is here, but so everyone fear. But so at this point here, guys, moving over to the feeling the pressures of Tilted Towers and saying to myself, I'm sorry, Sensei, I have to leave. I can't stay there anymore. It's a 75 HP life. And at this point here, trying to find extra loot, but someone's already been here because the ammo crate's been taken. So at this point here, Crackshot Entities fears the worst, because 75 HP out in no man's land now. He's been banished from Tilted Towers and has to find purpose to this solo royale, to his life here, because he needs to get some extra loot, and whether he can find this or not will be the question in matter. And definitely it'd be interesting to check the football place if there's any loot here, but as you can see, it's all been done, it's all been exhausted, and you know, there's little hope for Crackshot Entities here. He needs a ray of light, he needs something to get himself back into this game, and finding a blue SMG from a white is well, not exactly what I had in mind, but a good start. And at this point here, finds an enemy ramp and finds some minis, so that's a golden sign to get some health back. And at this point here, putting them on with a mini to spare, or a couple of minis to spare there. And at this point here, goes to get some materials, and here's the guy who was looting this whole place, and is like, oh great, this is it, and put the shots onto him. It's a no skin. At this point here, he builds rather quickly, so I decide to get above him as well. Tried to do a fancy edge here, but it doesn't quite happen, the guy just goes on the roof. But eventually finish him off there with some nice shotty shots, and there you go, a med kit. Got the minis from earlier, and then all of a sudden I hear another player. What good fortune I'm having, considering I left Tilted Towers. I'm still getting busy with action, so I'm very fortunate here. But you know, you could be a bit more polite and not come over to me so quickly. I mean, I just want time to get that grenade launcher. I just want to apply my med kit in peace, and as you can see here, the player who's just landed onto me here is firing a load of grenade launcher at me, so I'm like, you know, stuff this, let's reevaluate. He can't see where I'm going to go from here, he's just going to stay on his little height elevation on the stadium there. So I figured to myself, let's just go back to this tree. There's going to be, I take a punt here that there's going to be no one, you know, behind me, because it's this late in the game, and you know, fingers crossed, no one's going to be behind me at the tree. So I'm not even going to build. I'm just going to stay hidden behind the tree and hope that no one sees me. And to be honest with you, you know, if I die or get sent back to the lobby, whatever, if there's someone behind me, then fair play to them, because I thought, you know, stuff it, I'm getting the advantage. I'm hiding behind this tree until I can suss out what this guy's going to do, because I knew that he would come and look at the where I was stationed on that building, so I wanted a better chance to shoot him in a sort of setting more to my liking. So I knew that he would come over. Eventually I see him build a ramp up onto the roof. At this point here, I decided to try and take the shot, and unfortunately for me, I miss. So again, just making sure that I stay hidden behind the tree, because I want him to come down from that building. I don't really want to build over to the building, because he'll have an idea of where I am straight away. So I wanted to really milk this as long as I could, but obviously as well, you know, with a bit of distance to travel for the next zone, I have got plenty of time, but I really want to make sure I get this guy. At this point here, I was taking a bit too long to try and get some really good shots on him, and he ends up seeing me and builds very quickly there, and unfortunately for me, gets the height. Should have placed a triangle, tried to place a triangle over his head. But never mind, because Crackshot Entities can crack him up, light him up with the shots there, and finishes him really strong with the purple heavy assault rifle, and that's why I love this gun. And at this point here, just looking to finally get healed back up, and getting all of his stuff, and getting the grenade launcher that I found on that roof. So I'm finally happy that I've been able to find the weapon I was searching for. He brought it to me. That's very nice of him, considering I think he had his own one as well. So very kind of him to hand me that grenade launcher. And at this point here, guys, as you can see, just healing up, making sure all the weapons are reloaded, and I'm back on the road yet again. So at this point here, finding the grenade launcher, and very nice place at the start to keep this Royale alive, because when I came out of Tilted Towers, I mean, that gingerbread man was very rude to me, coming from Shifty Shafts on his quad bike. You know, with a frowny face. You know, Crackshot Entity serves up gingerbread men on a plate. You would have seen from the Fortnite Season 7 trailer that he serves gingerbread men burnt on a plate, and that's exactly what I did there, because he was burnt and had a frown on his face, and that's what he gets, you know, for trying to challenge the great Crackshot entities. How dare you? And I'm just going to take my snow globe and explore my world, shake up my snow globe to my liking, to my creation. As you can see, the snow globe right here, it gives the fortune of, you know, what Crackshot entities is going to go on to achieve in this Royale. And at this point here, Crackshot entities decides he wants a slurp. He wants all the Christmas gifts that he was very happy to receive on the 25th. And I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas, by the way. This is my first video since doing SeReNiiTYzZ. I hope everyone had a lovely time, and like I say, Happy New Year 2019, starting off strong, guys. But I hope you had a lovely time over the festive period. But as I was saying, Crackshot entities here with the snow globe, predicting everything that could happen in the future, and he predicts a lot of storms and, you know, ice kings in his future to potentially get in his way and you know, potentially put a flaw in this, you know, try to put a spanner in the works. And he takes this prophecy to heart and keeps his eyes open on the open road, as it's 12 players left here. And, you know, he's got a decent amount of kills as well, 4 kills. So there's definitely time to sort of survey the environment and look around and see the Ice King coming down the balloon and see him, mate. Because I've got the body shot right on point. He had a gold heavy as well and messed up like that. A gold pump, hello, and lovely little body shot, then followed into a 91 headshot with the purple heavy assault rifle. And how does that kid feel? See you, mate. You just came down to Crackshot entities level, but you were not prepared for it. And I think you should have stayed up in the sky with those balloons. And how silly of you to spend so much money on your battle pass so early to get the Ice King. I mean, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing? And see you, mate. You got to return to the lobby. But so Ice King has been ruled out now. The prophecy is still complete, and Crackshot entities can move forward with this solo gameplay as he desires. And really nice kill to get on that guy in the storm, and fantastic as well. Like he was like the gifted player that I needed to find as well, because I needed some more material, to be honest, like a wood situation, as I just bought myself a slurp. And I mean, in this gameplay I was having like all my good fortune rewarded. I'm going to be honest, I was quite fortunate with some things the way they turned out, you know, considering like the other way that things didn't turn out for me. And at this point here, coming back to my old homeland, Tilted Towers, where my sensei taught me how to play Fortnite Battle Royale, where celebrities taught me the ways of Fortnite Battle Royale. And I can't believe, after coming back home after all this time, what these you know, terrible naughty little children that SeReNiiTYzZ had to deal with. Look what they've done to Tilted Towers. They've destroyed this entire building and left some valuable loot behind. So at this point here, I see a big pot that I really want to get, and also some minis, and decide to definitely get those, because that's going to be key to my future and survival. So at this point here, getting the big shield pot, and got my eyes on those minis as well. And then Crackshot entities is looking again to take on the world in a new light, and definitely with some really nice weapons as well. Still got the grenade launcher in play. The gold heavy assault rifle is just, well, and you know, the gold pump as well. So very exciting times. At this point here, here's some random burst firing. I think that wasn't me, but at this point decide to get the compact SMG, and I'm like, you know, I'm out of here. This is it. It's getting too I don't really like all the sounds I'm hearing. I'm hearing some planes above me as well, and I'm seeing where the zone is going, and I'm fairly close to it. So I decided at this point I'm just going to get in the zone and re-evaluate the situation. Obviously I've got the big area of Tilted Towers where I came from, and also Loot Lake, sorry, not Loot Lake, but you know what I mean, Leaky Lake, sorry, that's the new one. I'm a proper OG, as you can tell, but but yeah, got the Leaky Lake also to watch out. It's a really big area as well, and as you can see from the final circle here, it's going to quite a big open area with a lot of hills in it as well. So at this point here, I just decided, you know, I'm trying to obviously always go for kills, but I decided at this point the circle's so big, I just want to reevaluate, let the storm come in and see where I'm going to be headed. So at this point here, Crackshot entities just setting up a little tower, just surveying his kingdom, getting the snow globe out to get some premonition of what's going to happen in his future. And definitely some rough winds are on the way, but beyond them, a glorious reward is there for Crackshot entities. So as you can see, surveying my kingdom here, guys, and just looking what's going to happen with the destination of the next circle. So at this point here, guys, Crackshot entities just weighing things up and just seeing where players might be in this very large circle, and just waiting now for time to count down to find out where this next circle is headed. And at this point, just playing it safe, just waiting patiently, not rearing my head, not showing my hat to the world, staying with birdshot, you know, calm and chill, and discover the next destination of the final circle. Now, I always promise you guys action on SeReNiiTYzZ Vids, but this final circle for me is a bit of a distressing one because it's a lot of hilly gameplay. But I thought to myself, let's just go and get involved, let's just try and make up a little something. And at this point here, there's 6 other players left, obviously 7 players including myself, so 6 others left in the game right now. And at this point, you know, 5 kills, there's a maximum possibility of 11 kills by killing all players, but that will be quite hard, but we'll see how many I can muster. So as you can see here, guys, moving towards the battlegrounds, and at this point here, it's an area between Loot Lake or Leaky Lake. Well, let's go with Loot Lake, because I prefer that. I'm an OG. And Tilted Towers and the sort of hilly bit beyond there. So it's an interesting circle, and I decided at this point, you know, I'm pretty content with the stuff that I have. But I thought I'm just going to go for this crate because I'm hoping that someone, you know, it's not too far away from the zone, and I like going for crates that sometimes fall at this point in the gameplay, just outside of the next circle, because there's time to check it out, and also to see if there's any players around. So sometimes I use it as a bit of a decoy to like see if players are there, and that's sort of what I was intending with this crate right here, to check it out. And lovely for the holiday period that they changed all of these and made them all Christmassy, and I really love that. Like with the grenade launcher here, they make it into a snowball launcher, which I thought was great. At this point here, after receiving my gift, my present, I hear the most hated thing that I hate in Fortnite Season 7, and it is the planes. And I know my Manjaro Bro celebrities would not have liked this, and I can tell you I don't either. And put the shots necessary, other players are shooting it as well. At this point here, shoot him in the sky, get out of that thing, it shouldn't even be in the game. At this point here, Crackshot Entities gets pressure from another player, but he has got a launch pad in his possession. He decides at this point, instead of sort of making it hard to get back to where I need to be, I take a position, you know, a bit up further on that hill, into the middle of the zone roughly. And at this point here, just building, because I noticed there's a lot of players on the hillside, and I definitely want to get a basis in the zone. And obviously I got that guy weak in the air that I was shooting, who had the plane, and he's going to be on the back burner as well, somewhere back here. But I noticed that all of the players are definitely towards the hillside, and I've got this guy on me, and I see him on the edge of the storm, trying to get in, you know, on the slide. And I was like, this is my guy that I'm going to kill, and just forget the others for now and put the pressure on this guy. And as you can see, the Christmas present I received from the package, I put it into use there and take out Mako for Junior Shark, I think is the guy's gamer tag. And I really want to thank this guy at the time of the gameplay, not just for you know, being taken out of the lobby in that manner. That's not the reason, but this guy actually stays to spectate me all the way to the Royale win, so I just want to thank him personally for that. And also thank him for playing and giving me his loot. No, I'm joking, but actually he didn't have much material left. The best thing I got from him really was the rocket ammo and the minis. So yeah, I was really happy to take him out regardless. The only, like I said, thank you Mako for Junior Shark for your moral support here. As you can see, he's watching me now, and does sort of help me out towards the end for me to clutch this Royale. But you were the you know, the guy in the plane, so I'm not sure I should be too friendly to you. But at this point here, I realise who my true enemies are. They're all up on the hill in their respective towers, and at this point here, I was trying to put some pressure. I saw one of the players going up. But at this point I decided, you know, oh my god, the final circle is going all to this mountain here, so I have to get in. So at this point here, I was just hoping that this final circle would, you know, shift perspective and go elsewhere after this mountain bit. So I thought I'm just going to stay underneath them and be a bit sly. And at this point here, I see at the back of this hill is also in. So, you know, don't have many materials now. So I thought I'm just going to, you know, play it nice and discreet at the back, and hopefully I'll be behind everyone. And that could really work to my advantage. And there's another gift package here for me, for SeReNiiTYzZ, for Crackshot Entities, another crate in the skies, and it's very tempting there. But at this point here, I just want to get some action early on these towers in case the zone's not favourable. And believe it or not, it's the furthest bit north from where I came on, so all this hill gameplay will eventually be slashed. We're not going to have any hill action now. So at this point here, one of the guys in the tower realises he's got a Crackshot entities on his tail. But at this point, I'm happy with my position. All the players are in front of me, so I'm just happy to, you know, check it out, monitor things. But this guy decides that he's not happy with me being back here, and eventually makes his move to come and attack me. But see you, mate, because Crackshot entities is going to win this Royale. Gets pressured from the player on his right then, and at this point here, he forgets about the storm which is due to come in, and at this point here, just manages to keep himself in the game, looking for that player that was on his right that tried to shoot him, but can't see him, and there's a player that's got further ahead and is shooting towards. I can hear a player right near me on the metal structure, but it's music to my ears. I hear him launch pad away to the other player, so they're gonna have a little fight. Crackshot entities, this could be his moment of profit, and at this point he sends all of his gold grenade launcher, all of the snowballs on point for a happy Christmas and happy 2019 New Year. And at this point gets one of the guys, gets one of the kills, but he's starting to run out of materials, and I can't even keep up with this gameplay. And at this point there's this one guy left. Crackshot entities realise he needs the brick to build his little castle just to protect himself from this invader, and at this point here he's underneath me. I can hear him faffing about, and at this point here, forget about the full damage, start to build and finish off the job. There you go, guys. Crackshot entities cracking up all the 4 players that were left when it was 5 players left, giving the red card to that final guy. That was just not good enough, mate. But I'll tell you one thing that was good, the Crackdown celebration. I love this skin and I love this emote, getting him the Crackdown, the dance, his special dance to celebrate this very special Royale, guys. And a great start for Happy New Year 2019, and I really hope that everyone had a fantastic holiday period. I've loved playing Season 7 when I've had the time, when I've not been in France. You know, the last few days it's been great, and really nice to finish off strong in 2018 with really solid gameplay, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I love this dance. I just Crackdown is, well, what can I say, guys? I really enjoyed this, and many great things to come in 2019, I am sure. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. And this was SeReNiiTYzZ Crackshot Entities, guys, and I will see you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye, guys.